Glee, a chaotic, infamous, and absolutely incredible show. Some people love it, some hate it, and true fans will admit to its many wrongdoings. But there's one thing you can't knock them for: a perfect pilot episode. There's a difference between a pilot episode and a regular first episode. A pilot is used to test the waters of how a show will perform, and depending on how well it does, the show will get picked up. A good pilot will encapsulate the feel of the overall show. The writers pull out all the stops and act like it's their one shot to get picked up. Because really, it is. The Glee pilot aired on May 19th, 2009. Today we are going to watch the pilot episode, and I'm going to tell you why it's one of the best pilots to ever exist. They included the most crucial elements to get you hooked on the story. We got abusive Sue, Will almost quitting his job to be an accountant just to be re-inspired by Journey, unbearable Rachel Berry, the beginning of Will's fixation on Finn, and so much more. Viewers were hooked, and this is why. Welcome to the other side of the wall. Okay, so we're starting out with Cheerios. Our queen.
You think this is hard? Try being waterboarded. That's hard.
That's the first instance of abuse, you could argue.
It's hammer time.
Please, this is from Marc Jacobs' new collection.
Wait.
Okay. Come on, Finn.
I'd like to take over Glee Club.
You want to get
Jesus Christ, I really thought that was a confessional.
Again. There is no joy in these kids.
My name is Mercedes Jones, and I'm singing R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I love a good audition montage.
Hey, baby.
They rock this too.
Hello, I'm Kurt Hummel, and I'll be singing Mr. Cellophane. Cellophane.
It's a crazy audition song.
Cellophane should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane. I kissed a girl.
You know what's crazy is Tina never explores her sexuality.
Hi, my name is
and
Rachel
that was her
Berry,
song.
and
Anyway.
I'll be singing On My Own from the seminal Broadway classic Les Mis.
Fantastic. Let's hear it.
He was touching Hank, caressing him. It was so wrong.
I mean, whatever her intentions, like,
I'm
the
not
man is a
homophobic.
pedophile.
In fact, I have two gay dads. See, I was born out of love. My two dads screened potential surrogates based on beauty and IQ. Then they mixed their sperm together and used a turkey baster. To this day, we don't know which one is my real dad, which I think is pretty amazing. My dad's spoiled.
That got me. Also, I like to say this is something that happens in a pilot where sometimes there's recasting, and mysterious Jewish man that we see in that photograph becomes Jeff Goldblum later. Anyway.
I love him.
This has got to be the casting of all time. Twice? Or is that a replay?
I love him.
Did she take a shower before this? What's the timeline?
Mr. Shu is using irony to enhance the performance.
There is nothing ironic about show choir.
Rachel,
I need a male lead who can keep up with me vocally.
maybe I can coach Artie a little.
Look, Mr. Shu, I really appreciate
Okay,
what
Artie's
you're trying
awesome.
to do, but if you can't give me what I need, then I'm sorry.
I see what we're
Not that I
setting
made
up,
a
but
fool
Artie's
out of
awesome,
myself.
just so we're clear.
Just like this.
What? An icon.
Well, I'm on my feet 4 hours a day, 3 times a week here. Now I have to go home and I
Me.
have to cook dinner for myself.
High school is a caste system. Kids fall into certain slots. Your jocks and your popular kids up in the penthouse. The invisibles and the kids playing live action druids and trolls out in the forest, bottom floor.
This is such a big theme in this show.
Where do the Glee kids lie?
Sub-basement.
Such a big thing.
But I don't think anything's set in stone. I mean, you know, kids are going to do what they think is cool, which is not always who they are. You just need to find a way to get them out of their boxes.
Well, how do I do that?
They follow the leader. You know, if you can get a couple of the popular kids to sign up, the rest will fall right in line.
I would just like to say,
Put the sign-up
meeting
sheet at the door of the
guys,
locker room, so if anyone wants
that's
to sign
such
up,
a real
please.
thing.
Thank you.
All the years I was in show choir, we were fighting for our lives.
I honestly thought that was the end of the very brief fever dream that was New Directions.
Even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight.
Lives were changed here.
Candle in the window, I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might.
And this is what I'm talking about with his weird fixation with Finn. Also, no shower shoes is
I
crazy.
realized why I had wanted to do this thing in the first place. What I did then was the blackest moment of my
Yeah.
life. You want to tell me how long you've had a drug problem?
I don't even know who the chronic lady is.
Look, if it were up to me, we wouldn't have mandatory bi-weekly afternoon locker checks.
But I've never seen that before, Mr. Shue, I swear. It's not mine. I'll pee in a cup. I'll pee.
Look, it wouldn't make any difference.
I had a football scholarship to where?
You could land in prison, son.
Oh my God. Please, don't tell my mom.
Suman was awesome.
But I really struggle with the same thing other kids do. Peer pressure, back knee.
Crazy transition.
I never knew my dad. And he was cool about letting me hang out.
And journey begins.
That was the first time I really heard music.
I think this show actually, the whole point is journey propaganda. This scene is awesome. He's so scared.
And I'm losing control.
I'm Beyonce. I ain't no Kelly Rowland.
Okay, look, Mercedes, it's just one song.
And it's the first time we've been kind of good.
Mercedes, you will get your moment, but
Okay.
also not enough.
You good, white boy.
She just had surgery.
What kind of surgery?
Well, she had to have her prostate out.
Man, that's a tough break.
Yeah, it's engorged.
You think this is hard? I'm living with hepatitis. That's hard.
You're very talented.
Really?
Yeah. I would know I'm very talented too.
I wanted to say something about the Rachel and Finn thing because they're setting that up really early. They won't get together. I mean, they have like a will they won't they like the entire season. Also, another moment of not recasting but adding casting is no Jonathan Groff, no Icon, Jesse St. James.
You must be punished.
Wait.
Why are we,
You've
like,
got the power here. Okay?
genuinely hurting
You don't
him?
have to do this.
The bully in this show is off the charts.
I'm standing here outside.
There haven't been a lot of these moments this episode. Like, we're getting songs, but not like this. Is he dead? Why specifically accountant? What was this man's major in college? That you're a Spanish high school teacher, unqualified accountant.
He's having a baby.
Do we ever find out what this man is qualified for other than teaching music? And even then, it's not necessarily qualified.
You can't keep worrying about what people think, Finn. You're better than all of them.
A rare moment of Rachel Eden.
And as a welcome back to the world of the normal,
Oh
got you a
no!
What's that
There's
noise?
so much abuse in this show. The motif of Journey. Has anyone done a video essay
You
about
guys,
that?
this step
I used to think that this was like the lamest thing on earth, and maybe it is, but we're all here for the same reason. Because we want to be good at something.
And also because you love music. I think that's a big part.
that was the greatest moment of my life.
I'm sorry.
Because I loved what I was doing.
He peaked in
I knew before we were
93.
halfway through with that number that we were gonna win. In that moment.
This musical
I knew who
motif.
I was in the world.
The only life worth living is one that you're really passionate about, Will.
The thesis in this episode is so strong. This is Glee, baby. It's taking everything in me to not do the Finn harmony right now. Everyone be proud. I could be so much more annoying right now. Oh god. This is what it's all about, baby. Music bringing us together. Bringing the most unlikely of comrades together. Look at this, baby. Let's go. Love the head down. Love a slow clap.
Good guys. It would kill me to see you win nationals without me. From the top.
And lives were changed. Yeah, so that's the Glee pilot. What do we think? I'm assuming you're here because you've seen Glee before. I mean, I think it's incredibly solid. It's hard to think of other pilots. I think another great example is Friends. You know, we get the dynamic of the friends. We understand who these characters are, at least at the very base. And I mean, they're gonna change, obviously. Mercedes, for example, I feel like was a little annoying in this episode and will have much more character as we get into it. Artie, what an icon. Underutilized. And that's even the thing, is like season 1, I feel like they're still fleshing out so much, and then they really come into it in season 2, and season 2 is peak for that reason. Brittany's not even in this episode, which is crazy because she becomes so important. I love music and I love Journey. And I love show choir. I'll say it. Now normally, this is where I would provide a riveting conclusion to my video, but today I have a little something extra planned. You see, it is Pride Month. So to celebrate, I'm calling my token straight friend and fellow Gleek to talk about our favorite episodes of the show. Give Glee the real spotlight it deserves this special month. Enjoy! Joining no camera. Hi!
What's up?
What is up? Okay. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
How's the audio? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, perfect.
I have our list handy because I wanted everyone to know this list has not been altered since February 2nd, 2023.
Yeah. I actually was going to ask, is it in order?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah. Okay.
I think we were shooting the shit, and I think we were like, obviously never been kissed. Grilled Jesus.
Obviously.
And then I said the breakup because I was like, that's one of my personal favorites.
It's the only late Glee redeemable
perfect
episode.
But yeah, so the only note that I have for us to start with is that we watched Glee together. We're both separate Gleeks. We watched it together our last year of college, and we kept attempted to keep a Excel sheet of all the relationships.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
That was our
everybody was with everybody.
I know. I think I feel like we may have. I might look for that to see if I can include it because that'd be really funny.
Yeah, I can think of maybe a handful of people who weren't together, and it's like Rachel and Artie, maybe. And
no,
that's
it. It's
oh
the Glee incest, the Glincest,
which just feels true to Glee clubs everywhere.
Yeah, and I would like to say I was in show choir. Glee is a documentary. It's very accurate. Okay, so I say we just get into it. I mean, I figured we go down the list. So for me, you have recently watched a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any of them since we watched, but also these are kind of seared into my brain, you know?
That's, we've seen these enough times, you know?
And also, Never Been Kissed, firstly. I do think that probably is my favorite episode.
I would agree. Someone asked me the other day and I said Never Been Kissed.
I feel like it has to be my favorite. We get the Blaine introduction. We get Teenage Dream.
Yes.
We get Kurt and Blaine running down the hallway in slow motion.
Incredible. Do you know what other songs we get? Like what the Glee Club sings in that one?
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
They don't matter.
One's literally just about Kurt and Blaine, yeah. Because I'm just kind of curious.
I am too, because I'm like, that can't be the only version. I do have the video, maybe I'll try and find that too, of us waiting for Darren Criss to show up in the credits and us screaming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can the credits fucking finish?
Yes! Please! I can't believe we missed the first one.
Oh my god, dude. It's boy girl mashup. Start Me Up / Living on a Prayer versus Stop in the Name of Love / Free Your Mind. That's why it's incredible.
What the hell? What an amazing episode. Oh my god.
That
Yeah.
is
Stop in
so-
the
oh.
Name of Love, Free Your Mind is I'm not one of those people that has Glee songs in my Wrapped because I just don't listen to a lot. I know you guys.
Yeah.
But
I love Start Me Up Living on a Prayer too, though. The girls one.
That is true.
Where they're like in all leather. I would say, yeah. But
Stop
it
in
is
the Name
it
of
was good.
Love and Free Your Mind. That is one of the like 5 songs that I regularly listen to. And every time it comes on shuffle, I listen twice.
It is really good.
God, so good. When I looked up Duet's Glee episode, it said why offensive.
Was it? I don't remember that. Let me look.
Maybe
I mean,
it's
you could
because
say
they're
that about so many.
abusing
Dude,
drugs.
for me, duets, very exciting because it's like kind of our big Sam moment. Sam joins the Glee Club. We get straight Kurt in duets, I think. Because
Really?
it's
I thought you said we got it in laryngitis.
Oh, you know why they said why offensive? Oh, yeah, you're right. They said why offensive because Rachel and Finn throw the competition by doing that like pre-song. So they're like, okay, guys, to get you fired up, like we're gonna do duets, and the winner gets like breadsticks gift card. And Rachel and Finn, honestly, they're kind of at like they're like peak, like we're officially together, like we
Season
are
2 is
King of
peak.
Glee Club. And they're like, we need more men. Finn's like, we got to get Sam to join, and we need to increase Sam's confidence by letting him win. So we need to throw the competition, but we're so good, the only way we could lose is to sing an offensive song.
Oh, right.
And the freaking, like, the characters in the background, their like reactions are so amazing.
Oh my
Rachel
God,
is wearing
shit.
like a nun outfit, and Finn has like the priest circle. And
Oh my God,
everybody's
this show.
like, "What?" And they're like, "What? What do you mean?" It's so good.
This is what I mean when this show, I said in my intro, like, true fans absolutely love the show, will admit to its wrongdoings.
Oh yes,
Holy
100%.
shit, they did so much wrong. Exhibit
Yeah.
1. And also, so we were
Exhibit
talking,
1.
we're also jumping around again. I had envisioned that we would go in order, but laryngitis,
excited.
we talked about how for the longest time we wrote this list and then we returned to it sometime later and we're like, why the hell is laryngitis here?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eva just watched it the other day and there's a crazy bit in it that's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to share?
Which one? Specifically. Which one specifically?
So
Oh, of course, the paralyzed man.
yes.
Okay, so laryngitis, essentially, for those who don't know, Rachel has laryngitis, and they're like, we're gonna have to do surgery, and she's like, oh my god, my singing voice might change.
She also,
and Finn is
I would
very
like to
sweet.
say, the only time they ever sing The Climb is this episode when she butchers it, and I think that's hilarious.
Oh my god,
I'm like,
yeah,
why the Miley
actually.
Cyrus shade? That's
Also,
what I
why did it
remember
take
from
her
the episode.
so long to realize that she was bad, like singing that song? She sang like the whole thing.
You're like, what happened to having an ear? Anyway.
Yeah, truly. So basically, Finn, very sweet. She and him are not together yet, but he's into her. But she's dating Jesse, which is a whole nother thing because then we get Jesse's girl. But I digress. And
Sorry.
he's like, "Oh, my voice is gonna change. Like that's all I have." And Finn's like, "I'm gonna show you something." And Finn takes her to a guy he used to play football with, who is paralyzed from the neck down. And he's like, "Yeah." I lost everything. And Rachel's like, what? And he's like, yeah, my life freaking sucks. But you know what? It's okay. And she basically learns that, oh, maybe it'll be okay if I lose my voice. Like it's not everything. This man is paralyzed from the neck down. Losing your voice, baby girl, is not the same thing. Just your voice changing, actually, not even losing it. Your voice slightly changing octaves.
Also, she
not
sounds
same
exactly
thing.
the same anyway, so she fully recovers.
So she literally just takes antibiotics and comes back, and he's like,
and this
so
man
you're
is
fine. She's like, yeah.
permanently paralyzed for the rest of his life.
Paralyzed.
Laying in a bed.
They sing a U2 song
Together.
which is together, which is very awkward for me. Like, and they kind of start crying. She's holding his hand, but then we do cut to Finn singing it, and he crushes it. You know, in
Of
their
course.
final stage performance in the denim on denim Old Navy commercial at.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's that episode. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, and once again, like, this is why it's here.
And then we
another
never see
reason
him
it's-
again.
Yeah, no, he literally was a bit. He was just a bit.
A bit. He's a bit. We just used paralyzed victims.
Whatever. But another thing that happens in this episode, straight Kurt, and then what's the song called? Is it? I'm fake.
Which one? Pink Houses?
Oh my god, shit! I forgot he does that. That's a straight.
Oh,
moment.
the when he does everything's coming up, Kurt.
Yes,
yeah!
yes,
dude. I don't know what it's called, but he slays the freaking house down. Everything's
Rosie's turn. I knew it was Rosie.
Rosie's turn. Yeah,
Rosie's turn.
It.
Rosie's turn.
It.
Yeah, what a serve on Kurt's part.
Yeah, yeah, which is
he saves the
origin of the TikTok sound. But then, like, Bert is literally like, "Dude, I love you." Like, Finn just doesn't have a dad. Like, it's super valid on Bert's part. Honestly, he's like, "I'm just taking Finn to a baseball game, man. He doesn't have a father. He died in the war."
I forgot that was like what made it. Yeah. Next episode that I want to talk about is grilled cheeses. Our Lord and Savior.
First of all, who came up with that? Because I'm obsessed.
I hope it was Ryan Murphy himself.
I would assume Ryan Murphy was making himself a grilled cheese.
And he's like, fuck.
He's like, dude, Finn would eat this up. And he did.
And he did.
He did.
Losing My Religion, one of my favorite songs of all time.
Is that in grilled cheeses?
Yes, it is. Because he has he has a crisis of faith.
Sure. Yeah, he does.
And he's
that's a very religious episode.
It is.
If I remember correctly. Isn't the assignment like spiritual? Like
I think it's because of the grilled Jesus. He was like, I found God.
Right.
Like Jesus Christ came into my life. God.
What else happens in that episode? I don't even know.
Once again, we should look up the songs because that's not the only good song. I forgot. So at this time, Bert is in the hospital.
Oh, sad.
Right. Because Kurt gets mad. And he's like,
very mad.
Fuck God.
They're like, we'll pray for Bert. And he's like, dude, fuck you guys. That's not going to help anybody. And it's like, damn.
When his
3 prayers.
When his first prayer comes true, he asks the Glee Club to join him in honoring Jesus through song.
Right. Didn't he like pray to touch Rachel's boobs or something?
Yep.
Was that one of his prayers? Yep. Yep, I remember that.
But his
Big
first prayer to
moment for
come
Vin.
true was for football to win a game.
Although that's good. It's a very high school boy wish. Prayer. See, he's really doing a genie thing here with the 3 prayers.
Because everyone knows that Jesus is a genie.
Yeah.
And his bottle is the grilled cheese.
Yes.
Sue, of course, real as ever, tells Will that she's gonna get him in trouble for
mixing religion and state.
And Sue usually, like Sharpay, is usually in the right.
No, it's true. She says some batshit crazy things, which I had to write down some of her quotes in just a couple episodes I watched because they were incredible. But like when she is a principal or whatever, she actually makes some fair freaking calls. You know what I mean?
She was a great principal.
Or like, oh my God, you know when she is so real is when they do Rocky Horror and she's like, this is so inappropriate. And then when Will casts himself in the production with students, she's like, Will, this is an abomination. And you know what? Is she wrong?
I'd say she's almost always right. She's one of those people.
Is this a hot take? Are we launching this take?
I don't think it's a hot take.
I don't think it can be. I agree.
I don't think it is.
I completely
because
agree.
she really is almost always right, except for when she commits crimes and pushes people downstairs.
Always right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the next on our list is the breakup.
Hands up if you can't listen to The Scientist the same again. Like, oof. And
that song
Acoustic
still...
Teenage Dream, no? Right?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god, and her song with Brody. They do Demi Lovato.
Oh,
and they eat.
My
and
God,
it's really
dude.
good.
What's the name of it again?
Give Your Heart a Break.
Give Your Heart a Break. That is actually also one of my most listened to. It is so. You know what?
Because
I don't
it's
like
awesome.
Brody, but it's incredible.
Oh my god, what song am I thinking of when they're like in Central Park and they're all walking away from each other?
Oh. Don't speak.
Yes.
No. Yes.
Oh my god, that song rocks.
Fire. Oh my god. And this is a hot take. I know I love this one, and you and Julian like don't really get it. Blaine and Finn Barely Breathing. We rarely get a Blaine and Finn collab, and they're like in Miata, You know what I mean? And they're just kind of like watching their significant others like succeed. And I freaking love it. I listen to that song all the time. So this is a good episode.
I haven't
for music.
Fantastic episode. That's the thing. It's like, who like, do I care about Will and Emma breaking up? No.
No.
Do they
when they
need
walk
to
on the stage
feature
at
on
the
the
end,
scientist? No. I don't
No.
care. But I think the scientist is genuinely one of their best covers. I think the songs that we have in this episode, it makes the plot not matter. You know what I mean? And I think it's also one of those that it's truly a musical where they're telling the story through the songs.
Yes.
The song choices are so fire.
I'm seeing another song in this one. When Santana visits Britney and sings Mine. Also incredible. You're so right. Yeah, this one actually uses the songs
like it's
as
a
like
musical.
storytelling.
For once,
because
it's a
like
musical.
they also break up. Like truly, all
Everyone
of our couples break up.
It's the breakup. Everyone breaks
It's
up.
famously the breakup. Yeah.
The four, if we're counting Will and Emma, the four main couples break up. And I will say this is a hot take. I'm a Will Schuester apologist, and I genuinely love him in seasons one and two.
Okay.
He starts to lose me afterward, and this
We'll
is when
overlook
he's
it.
losing me.
It's
one of my worst traits.
Crazy.
It's
your
one of my
fatal
worst
flaw.
traits.
Yeah,
It really, honestly,
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm aware that it's bad.
Yeah, I think here's the thing though. And 2 is Rocky Horror, and that's you're right. He goes off the rails. He goes off the rails. Ugh.
Is that
Shivers?
Did you Rocky Horror that early?
Right after Duets, because that's why I watched it. My just like automatically started.
Oh my
playing, and I was like,
god.
oh. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just a Will Schuester apologist in season 1.
Maybe just season 1, because this is the thing. Season 1 contains a lot more than you think it does. Actually, like a lot happens in season 1.
A lot does. And fantastic segue. Next on our list is Journey to Regionals.
This one I did rewatch. This is an interesting one.
Bohemian
because Regionals
Rhapsody
starts 9 minutes in. Most of the show is regionals.
What happens in the first 9 minutes?
They're like Stu is the celebrity judge. It's Josh Groban, Olivia Newton-John, obviously, the newscaster Rob, whatever his name is, and Sue. And they're like, Sue is gonna screw us over. She's obviously not gonna vote for us. It's not worth trying. They all go over to Will's for pizza and beer, except they're under 21, and they all start sobbing. Said he's driving his car, right? He's like, God, what are we gonna do? Changing the radio. What comes on? But Don't Stop Believing. And he's like, we're doing Journey. We're doing Journey. We're doing Journey at regionals. And so he's like,
it is a
it's
fantastic
not about
set.
how we got like, yes,
It's
is
a
really
fantastic
good.
set.
I mean, that we open with Faithfully walking in from the back.
Yep.
An iconic New Directions move. And then we go into...
I'd say they're staple, actually.
I would argue they're staple. I don't know why no one else ever tries it. Like, and then, also, right before they go out, Finn kisses Rachel and is like, I love you.
Right. Do they
So
kiss
we
on...
listen
They
to-
kiss on stage
Or she
at
kisses
Nationals.
him. Yeah, that's why they lose in season 2.
Right, okay, yeah.
Spoiler
But
alert.
so they kiss... They have their first kiss. That slow burn finally pays off at the end of Journey to Regionals.
Yes,
Or, I guess,
very
beginning.
exciting. Finn tells Rachel he loves her. Enter with Faithfully. Chemistry's going crazy. Then we get Any Way You Want It, mash up with Love and Touch and Squeezin'.
One of my favorite Journey songs.
Eat. Underrated.
Unbelievable.
And honestly, like, this is one where, like, I love Faithfully. I think Journey does it better faithfully than Finn and Rachel, to be honest. But this mashup of Any Way
Hot
You
take.
Want It, Love and Touch and Hot take, Journey kind of crushed. But, like, this mashup is fire. And my notes are...
Glee does
they
mashups
really,
like no one else.
They actually do. Like, incredible. And I love a mashup. I said they really do look like they're having so much fun, but there isn't an air of it that is their kind of rookie energy, to be perfectly honest. Like, Vocal Adrenaline was correct to win. And then Quinn's water breaks. So she heads to the hospital. Now it's Vocal Adrenaline's turn. Bohemian Rhapsody, Jonathan Groff.
Moment of silence.
How are you going to beat that?
They never were.
Sure.
They
You never
never
were.
were.
And the choreo eats in Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like impeccable.
They literally never stood a chance.
They never stood a chance, which is like, here's the thing, you guys, we have to start small. We can't win season 1, okay? We got to build. So that's delicious. And then the juxtaposition of like Quinn, mama, and then Jonathan, mama.
And then
Hello,
also
Ryan
the
Murphy?
screaming in the bridge.
Oscar. Oscar. Emmy, Oscar. Give him an Oscar.
Glee breaks
Okay, any
into the academy.
questions? So then the judges are talking, and I think like Josh Groban likes New Directions. Olivia Newton-John likes Vocal Adrenaline, I think, and then the other guy
And she'd be right.
likes Oral Intensity, which is the funniest name for a group. It's like, oh, you know, like Glee's over because we didn't win, blah, blah, blah. And then Sue ends up being like, you know what? No, like, I like this little bit repartee, like, go for it.
Right.
And then we get a flash to see that she voted for the New Directions. It's a very sweet,
Right.
tender Sue moment. So it wasn't even
Right.
her, it was the other judges who went with Vocal Adrenaline, which was the
Right.
correct vote.
But we see Sue's heart.
It's a good episode. And then that's season finale.
Fantastic
like, that's
episode.
a fire season finale.
Season 1, fantastic. Season 2,
Tight, yeah.
fantastic. Then we start to lose.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Okay. Oh, also at the end of that, Will and Puck sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow on ukulele. Which I wrote down because I was like, interesting.
That's how regionals ends?
Seems obvious. That's how that finale ends. Like, oh, I feel like we could have gone out on like a stronger. Yeah. Okay. No question.
You know, and that's why season 2 is better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured we're on a roll talking about regionals. Let's skip around, move on to New York. The season 2 finale.
This one I guess.
In
This
New
one I
York?
guess because then I guess they win in season 3.
God, they don't win until season 3?
No, I know. We just get losses, dude. We just get L's.
Oh my god, loser like me.
Literally.
Okay.
I don't remember regionals in season 3 that well, but
I don't either. I know season 3 is oh well, Nationals must have the girl group song in season 3. Because
I think you're right, because I think season 3 we get Shelby, we get, what are they called again? The girls? Santana and them?
I don't know because I never liked
trebles. Treble tones. Treble?
Oh,
Troublemakers. No, treble tones?
No,
which one's Pitch Perfect and which one's
Treble Tones, I think. I guess.
Treble Tones.
Troublemakers.
And like this has to be
better
around
name.
2012. So we had Treble Tones and Troublemakers like on our big screens at the same time. Whoever came up with the word treble was cooking. Show choirs everywhere are thankful for all the puns they can do. Losing regionals is New York. Yeah, and they're all excited.
And we do,
which is so good. Yeah,
incredible.
Incredible, and every time it comes on, I'm actually like, who is singing? And I'm pretty sure it's Puck at the beginning with Artie, right?
Well, Artie is our resident rapper, so.
Yes.
or white boy rapper.
White boy rapper of the month. Yeah, we get New York. Okay. And then we're still writing original songs. So then we get Brittany doing My Cup in the hotel room, you know what I mean? Which is a classic, much like Rachel's Hairbrush song.
When I think of original song, that's the song I think of.
Me too, My Cup. Oh, Hairbrush. Oh, okay. No.
I think of Rachel writing that abomination.
Yeah, and Finn's like, you didn't get deep, babe. Like, essentially.
Who
and
writes
then I believe
Loser
we
Like
have...
Me? Do they write it together? We're getting off track.
No, I don't. This is on topic, I believe. Loser Like Me is an essential Glee song. I'm trying to think. They're like, oh, we're such losers. And I feel like someone out there is like, write about it. It's probably Will. Will's probably like, if we're losers, write about it. And I think they all do write it together. I do know, I believe New York is when we get Finn taking Rachel out on like a date, a New York date, where they see Patti LuPone.
Okay.
And like
Patty
we got the
guest
boys
stars on Glee.
I'm pretty sure. Well, cameo might be the better word. Yeah, she's barely there.
Still, though, I mean.
Yeah, because yes, where they meet Patti LuPone, and then
that's
as they're
crazy.
walking,
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember? It's a very weird. It's like a very old school date, and like Puck, Artie, Sam, and Mike start singing Bella Notte, and Rachel's like, "Oh, this is when she begins to feel torn between Finn and her dreams of being on Broadway."
Right, because we have Kurt.
Now we get a taste of New York.
We have Kurt and Rachel sing in the
On
Wicked
stage.
Theater, right?
Yes, when like the security guard's like, you know what, you two kids have fun. How many like little
what
like
song do they do? Do they do Defying Gravity?
they sing for good?
Okay, I was literally about to say or for
Yeah,
good.
they say it could be
I'm
either
so
one. Yeah,
fake.
they sing Defying Gravity for the 16th time in Glee.
They sing it so many times.
They do in
like Thank God, but
Diva Off. Yeah, yeah.
that's
so
another
that's
honorable
that.
mention.
Yeah, so it's very like this is everybody's first intro to going to New York, and so it's a big moment.
Right.
Yeah, Rachel grew up with 2 gay dads, and they never took her to see a Broadway play in New York. They never took her to see Lion King when she was 8 in New York.
Or ever put her in a production, which she and Kurt realized when they're applying to performance colleges. They're like, we have no credits.
Like the fact that they're seniors basically, and are like, we've never been in a play, but we're gonna go to a musical arts.
Is that why
college.
So they okay, wait. So they do Rocky Horror in season 2.
They do Rocky Horror in season 2.
What do they do in season 3?
But then they don't even perform it to anybody. They do they do West Side Story. They do West Side Story.
Oh.
Yes. Where Rachel is of course Maria, but Blaine, and then see like it's like the Blaine and Kurt who should be Tony situation, because Kurt wants to be Tony and everybody's like, Kurt, no offense, but you're not a Tony.
And
I mean, fair when Blaine is in the picture. Yeah, like hello. But back to New York. So this is also Sunshine Corazon on Vocal Adrenaline's moment.
Right.
And she bodies as long as you're there.
She
and
bodies
then
everything.
New Directions get up. Rachel and Finn sing the duet he wrote called Pretending. I don't remember that. Must have not been that good. It's the original songs.
I think that's why
every time I watch this, we're like, why do they think they can write a better song than the best songwriters in history?
Than Journey.
So they do that, and then the club closes. Okay, so then they kiss, and everybody's like, and then the Glee closes with Light Up the World. Oh, it's like, yeah, that was bad. Another original.
And
bad originals.
What I'm thinking is the kiss has nothing to do with why they lost.
Well, then Jesse St. James comes up after, and he's like, that kiss was unprofessional. It's going to cost you regionals. Rachel, you were amazing.
That was really good.
yeah, that's my Jesse St. James. And so they do lose. They get 12, and everybody blames it on the kiss. I would blame it on the original songs.
The original songs and the fact that Sunshine is singing for Vocal Adrenaline.
She tore the house down. And then back in Ohio, Kurt recounts his experiences to Blaine, and they profess their love to each other. It's revealed that Sam and Mercedes are secretly dating, which I never liked that ship, just because it made no sense. It was like, Mercedes doesn't like this guy. Yeah, they have nothing in common. I should be with Sam. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of why that's one of our favorites, actually, because maybe just the drama of it all.
I think it's, yeah.
Maybe it's New York. Maybe it's literally just the New York intro song. Could be.
I mean, that song rocks.
It's also one of my top.
I really feel like it's a lot of the drama. The kiss is so iconic.
And
who cares about the original
like,
songs? Okay, now Nationals. Where they Nationals again? Where they win?
When they win, and this is
what the hell do they sing?
This has got to be when Rachel sings "It's All Coming Back to Me Now," Celine Dion for Carmen Thibodeau.
No memory.
You don't remember this? Okay, so season 3 is basically them trying to get into NIADA, essentially, because season 4 is we moved to New York. So season 3, she screws her audition, she chokes, which is so freaking painful. So she invites Carmen Thibodeau to Nationals because I think they're in Chicago and Carmen's going to be there. Okay, so yes, we're going to do a Treble Tones number.
Right.
They fight. They're taking this shit really seriously. On the day of the show, Rachel is accosted by Jesse St. James, current director and of rival show choir. Jesse tries to hurt her confidence by bringing up her failed NIADA audition. Okay, so our Nationals judges are Lindsay Lohan, Perez Hilton, and Chicago Alderman Martin Fong. New Directions is the first group to compete. Mercedes arrives just in time. Treble Tones open with Edge of Glory. Incredible. We're starting strong. Yes. Rachel performs It's All Coming Back to Me Now. And Carmen arrives during the number, and she sees her, and she builds confidence, and it's like chills.
I feel like I remember a little bit.
And then she receives a standing
remember
ovation.
Whoopi Goldberg walking in than the song itself.
Okay, yeah. Which, by the way, I always laugh whenever that happens in movies, because I would not notice a single person walking in a big theater in the dark, but
girl, the lights.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
You don't see shit.
You don't see shit, but
Yeah.
you felt her presence. And then the finale that they sing is Paradise by the Dashboard Light, which is kind of a random choice for the New Directions. I'm not going to lie to you.
Once again,
which
I
brings
feel
the audience
like
to the beat.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like this episode, like Journey to Regionals, it's goated because of the set list. The following sets, that's not the reason I like the episode.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with that.
I concur. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't remember that set at all.
No, I only remember It's All Coming Back to Me now. Paradise by the Dashboard Light, okay, whatever.
I feel like I remember watching that, like, what's going on?
Yes.
Like,
and then
how'd they choose this?
This one I do remember. This one I remember like live when this came out was This Is Unique's Time to Shine. And they do
Quinn.
Starships and Pinball Wizard, which
Right.
I remember Starships, yes. And Pinball Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of eats the
Icon.
house down. So the judges name Unique Nationals MVP, but Nationals get the trophy. And Vocal Jennings in second place. And then we get that awesome, like when they're walking into their high school and like, you know,
Everyone's
they're
like,
actually proud of them. Don't they do, no, I was gonna say, maybe
They do
just play.
They do this.
Yes,
and
with the confetti. That's so good. That's so good. And then at their apartment, Emma and Will have sex for the first time. Congrats, I guess.
Once again,
and
don't
then, okay. Will wins Teacher of the Year. And then the group congratulates Will and performs We Are the Champions. Team.
Why is this on our list?
They must think because it's a big deal. They win nationals.
I
finally.
guess so. This feels like a bigger sneak than laryngitis.
I guess this is just like a W episode for like everybody there. Like, you know what I mean? Like no other drama really happens.
Yeah, man. Now we have
Interesting.
two that I absolutely know why they're on the list. Let's start with Michael.
Oh, I mean, like, duh. Like, whoa. We didn't have to
The
go
Flash
that
and Santana.
hard. The Flash? Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about fucking evil warblers. Because I'm obsessed with the premise
That
of
episode
the
rocks.
warblers becoming evil. So songs-wise, we open with "Wanna Be Starting Something." That one, banger.
I can't believe it took them so long to do a Michael episode.
Well, it opens with them complaining they haven't done Michael yet, basically. Basically, to Will Schuester.
I agree.
And which is really, really valid. And so Blaine does want to be starting something to demonstrate a suggested number. He mentions this possibility to Sebastian Smythe, the Flash, the new captain of the Dalton Academy Warblers, and Sebastian later announces the Warblers, who will be performing first at sectionals, presumably, will be doing Jackson's music. And the directions are like, nuh-uh, we get Michael. And thus begins this Michael war. So New Directions challenge the Warblers to the right to perform Michael Jackson. They meet in a parking garage and perform bad. Oh, they do perform bad. And Sebastian
And
throws
they
a
eat.
slushy at Kurt. Blaine interposes. He's hit in the face with rock salt. Just crazy, by the way.
That's a hate crime.
Yes.
That's a gay on
Is
gay
it like
crime.
genuinely? And I'm trying to remember. I feel like some people were like, "We should call the cops," and other people were like, "No, we should get revenge." I don't remember who was on which side. Santana was obviously revenge. Duh, right?
And revenge
then
she did
Finn
because
asks
she
Rachel,
ate him up during Smooth Criminal.
Like he had not a chance. Oh, the fedora, fire. So Finn asks Rachel for her answer to his proposal since he has waited the 3 days she requested, but she's not ready. I guess. I don't really remember. Yeah. Okay,
17 years old,
okay.
by the way. Anyway.
And then Rachel asks Quinn for advice for some unknown reason since they're like mortal enemies.
Yeah.
And Quinn is like, refuse. Leave your past behind.
That was really good.
I'm going to Yale next year. She probably said something like that.
Oh my god, that was really good.
Thank you so much. Kurt's unwilling to use violence. Santana goes to Dalton, accuses Sebastian of lying about the composition of the damaging slushy. They do Smooth Criminal, freaking fire. He admits they put it with rock salt. Santana, I love it when she's like, I put the recorder in my underboob, you know? Specifically. Kurt's father takes Kurt out of class to hand him his letter from Niata. He's a finalist for admission. Rachel hasn't received her letter yet, so she's sad, but she does eventually get an audition. And then Finn sings, I just can't stop loving you to Rachel. And she tells him she loves him and accepts his proposal. See, this is why it's giving he's a backup plan. Like, she hadn't gotten her letter yet. So she's like, you know what? I should say yes. So that is a fire episode because Michael Jackson, duh. And Smooth Criminal is a top.
I was going to say top 5.
top
Yeah,
5
like,
Glee
it's-
performance of all time.
Yeah. Oh,
Santana,
God.
once again, underutilized in season 1. Like, I get why the Glee Club's mad when they're like, Rachel does everything. It's like, we do have a lot of talent in the room with us.
Yeah. Well, and I think part
Mercedes?
of her underutilization is the fact that they didn't really know who she was yet.
That's true. It takes time for us to figure out.
Like,
our
I
characters.
feel like she and Brittany don't really exist until season 2.
They
They're
don't.
kind of just set pieces.
They totally
What a
are.
shame. Last episode on our list.
Okay, hit me.
Do you want to guess what it is?
Okay, let me think here. I feel like it's got to be something with Big Boy Blaine. Okay, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the sleepover.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Is it Blame it on the alcohol? The slumbo at Rachel's house. Oh my god, dude.
Blaine's straight moment. His straight crisis.
Oh my god. That. Oh my god.
Season
Rachel
2
in
is
her
unbeatable.
floor-length nightgown.
Honk shoe me 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 ass.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. So, okay, let's pull it up because I obviously remember Blame It on the Alcohol, the song.
When they're all hung
But what else did they sing? This one, I think I was definitely like a plot vibe. I don't know if the songs were really like incredible. Well, I'll find out. But
It was the plot.
was just obsessed.
It was absolutely
I was
the plot.
obsessed. We're introing original songs because Rachel sings My Headband to Finn.
Right, because
With
this is
hairbrush.
so this is 214, so it's a couple episodes before the original song episode.
Couple episodes. So she's in her writing process. She sings her Headband. Oh, I see. And then it was so shit. She was like, I need actual life experience to inspire my songs.
And
I'm
so
gonna
she threw
throw
a
down.
party.
I was like, why did she invite these people over? That is why.
These people,
Very
her
cool.
only friends.
Okay, so Kurt and Blaine show up. They're not together yet, but Kurt has a fatty crush on Blaine.
Well, and also Kurt gets very upset this episode because Blaine. Do they make out or just kiss?
It's just a spin the bottle kiss. It's not a peck, but it's not a make out. Like there might be a cupping of the neck, maybe. Cupping of the neck. So, and then they do Don't You Want Me as a karaoke duet, which is fire.
I remember their karaoke.
Yeah, fire. Blaine spending the night in Kurt's bed, fully clothed. Bert walks in and is like, dude, like, you can't have boys sleep over, basically. Ask Bert to educate himself on gay relationships so that Kurt can come to him for advice in the future.
I love Bert, man.
He is maybe the best TV dad.
I was gonna say best fictional dad. Like I can't
fiction,
think of a better
all
one.
fiction. No, that's
I really
is the
can't.
freaking best.
Someone comment.
Yeah.
Who's a better fictional dad?
Yeah, comment a better
than
TV
Bert
dad
Hummel?
than Bert Hummel. I freaking dare you. Okay? We'll see you in the comment section. And then we arrive at school freaking hungover, and Artie is like suddenly an expert on how to handle hangovers, and he's like, dude, what does he say? Like, I don't know, but he brought mimosas. So they all just keep drinking. Hair of the dog.
Right.
And they do blame it. And Will Schuester was impressed by their realistic acting, but thinks the song is inappropriate as it glorifies drinking. So funny. Okay, yeah, Coach Beast, our first mention of Coach Beast, she has Will come to the cowboy bar with her. I remember this because this was like, what? And they do one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Okay, Will gets drunk. Then he drunk dials Emma and is like, hey there, pretty lady. It's very weird and icky. Rachel asks Blaine out, and Blaine says yes, and Kurt's like, what the fuck? They argue. Blaine suggests he might be bisexual. Kurt denies the existence of bisexuality. I don't remember.
Whoa! I don't remember
remember
that. Holy shit!
That's crazy, Kurt.
Kurt's canceled.
This is Wikipedia. Let's fact check it, but
Figure stuff out. I believe that I'm hearing this right now. Bi. I don't know.
Bisexual is a term that gay guys in high school use when they want to hold hands with girls and feel like a normal person for a change.
Kurt visits Rachel after the date and warns Rachel that Blaine is indeed gay, is temporarily confused. And then Sue Sylvester publicly humiliates Will by playing the message on the voicemail. Oh, he left it on Sue's.
Oh
Not
my
Emma's.
god, I do
Hey
kind of
there,
remember that.
pretty lady. Yeah.
That's so
Over
funny.
the school's PA system while classes are in session. Dude, Sue is a savage. He's a savage. I'm obsessed.
In
And
the real
then-
world, he'd be fired, you know?
Oh my god, yeah. Like, what? He's a lunatic. behind bars for at least 24 hours. Then Figgins is like, you guys did a great job scaring people into sobriety. Figgins tells Will he will recommend him to his priest to get a handle on his drinking problem. Hilarious Figgins. W. Will realizes it's hypocritical to tell the students not to abuse alcohol when he does so himself.
Well,
and then they all pledge not to drink.
Yes, but also they're 16.
And they had one night. Like I've never seen them drink otherwise.
One crazy 24 hours.
And then at the Lima Bean, Rachel kisses a sober Blaine. Blaine realizes he's indeed gay, but instead of being disappointed, she's elated. Yeah. And then she tells Kurt that her relationship with a man who turned out to be gay is songwriting gold, which we never get a song about, but he was excited about it. So
yeah, because what a crazy relationship they had.
That one is just
2 total kisses.
Silly. Yes. 2 kisses, not enough. And then they wrote Loser Like Me. So that one's a good one because of the vibes. The vibes in the plot.
Great plot.
The comedy. That's a funny one.
It is very funny.
Because like some of the other ones are sad. Some of the other ones invoke joy. That's a funny one.
I really think I'm not going to try and rank them, but like Grilled Cheese is absolutely in top 3. In like it's so iconic.
It's iconic. Yeah,
is
for
it
the iconicness
best?
of it.
I don't know, but top 3 because it's so iconic.
Yeah, I'd have to put Never Been Kissed at my number 1 because I just think it's
Never
the
Been
start
Kissed is
of everything
absolutely
important.
my favorite episode. Absolutely.
Grilled Cheese is up there. I really do like duets too because we also have some good songs. We didn't mention, but Mercedes and Santana do their first duet.
Oh my god, yeah.
We do have love in my mind. And then, of course, we get like Lucky, Jason Mraz with Sam and Quinn. That one has really cute songs, honestly. And you know I love Sam. Guys, I am a Sam lover. I'm a lover girl of Sam Evans. He like meets Quinn and he tells her she has beautiful eyes in Na'vi, the Avatar language.
Oh my
He's
god.
such a
he is
nerd.
very adorable. You know what I just realized? Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet did a Christmas movie together. And they starred on Glee. Did we talk about that at the time of watching that movie? Did we put that together?
I forgot Lindsay Lohan was a judge until I just read that.
Do you think they met when they were filming Glee? And
oh my god, maybe they
years
did.
later, she's like, I need this man.
You know
to be
what?
my co-star.
Fair, Lindsay. Yeah, because Sam is kind of a
charming
random
man.
choice for that movie. To be
So
fair.
random.
Because like it's not a musical role.
No.
No, I love Cord. Put him in more stuff. Cord, if you're watching this, and I hope that you are. That was another original song.
Yeah.
You know what? What are we talking about? Trouty Mouth is the OG original song.
It really is. It defined a generation, really.
Is that how people's lips look? Where you come from in the South?
He's just from Kentucky.
So that's a completely accurate list.
Yep. Sorry, my back hurts.
No notes.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change anything.
Do we have any honorable mentions that are like, oh, they didn't make the list? I can't think. Well, I'd have
not
to
any written down, but we mentioned some here.
I feel like any that like you still remember vividly to this day are honorable mentions. But the thing is, it's like honorable moments. Like
I was gonna say
think of
because
a whole
at the same time, I vividly remember that double gay wedding, and that's not a good episode, you know.
Yeah, right.
But
There's
I vividly
honorable
remember because it's
moments for
bad.
sure.
Something that is actually very iconic is Will's proposal when Artie goes in the pool.
What?
I remember their wedding. There's a lot of moments I remember. It's a great show.
Because they freaking like get married and then don't get married like 5 times.
Oh my god,
She's
remember
a
when
runaway
Blaine and
bride.
Kurt make out in the car before their wedding?
Yes. Their wedding, is actually fire because
That's a
also
great episode.
that song, everybody hooks up after, including Quinn and Santana. Fun and
Right.
exciting. Yes, everybody hooks up. But Rachel
What
and
episode is that
Rachel and Finn are not together because she's coming home from New York. This is why it's so good, is because Kurt and Blaine aren't together officially either yet. Like everybody's just kind of hooking up with their exes. Also, I would add notable episodes are the prom episodes.
Yeah.
Like when the boys sing "What Makes You
Very
Beautiful"
true.
because the Glee Club performs at every prom.
Yes.
I guess that would be senior prom.
Okay, so we have
Anyone
45 seconds. Eva, what would you like to tell everyone?
I just want to say that everybody should watch Glee and don't judge your friends who watch Glee. A girl the other day said to me, she said, I just met her, she said, you have Gleek energy. I can just tell. And I said, thank you so much.
Oh, she meant it as a compliment.
Meant as a compliment because she was a Gleek.
Okay,
She was like,
thank
I can
God.
just identify it in a fellow Gleek, and I was like, that is
Right.
the best. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Nothing about how everyone should subscribe and leave a
Oh my
comment.
god, like and subscribe. What's your username? CJ McKenna?
CJ McKenna. That's who I am.
CJ McKenna, like and subscribe, you guys. She's the best. Look at this. We got media commentary and fun guest stars. I only watched Laryngitis and Journey to Regionals. Yeah, hello. So cozy.